Hey everybody, it's Samantha.
And this is Nat.
Welcome to episode 8 of FMCx2. This week we're going to be doing the book The Housemaid. So Nat is going to read a little bit about it.
Perfect. So this book is by Freida McFadden, and it's a best-selling psychological thriller about Millie Calloway, a woman with a criminal past who takes a live-in job as a housekeeper for the wealthy but troubled Winchester family, only to discover dark secrets and dangerous games within the seemingly perfect household, particularly concerning the erratic wife Nina and the unsettling fact that her attic bedroom door locks from the outside. So that description is very vague compared to what's actually
so much in
this book. It doesn't even go it doesn't even scratch the surface.
But this is we want to say book 1 in a trilogy.
It is a series.
And this is actually going to be the first series that we are going to delve into.
We're going to participate in it.
That's right. Right.
I can't help myself. And in addition to that, it is also a movie.
Yes.
I also think the movie will be releasing its own TV series. Netflix probably gonna buy that shit because they
at the
buy
very
everything.
end of this episode, if you guys hang around, we will also give you our thoughts on the movie in comparison to the book as well.
Exactly.
All right, so let's get into the ratings. My personal rating, 5 out of 5.
I will have to agree. It was a 5 out of 5. It was one of the scenarios where you really didn't know who was the victim and who was not the victim. You didn't know. As soon as you thought you knew what was going on, you didn't know shit.
Yeah, I definitely texted you at a certain point because you had already finished it and you were like, keep going.
Yeah, she's like, everything is so crazy right now. I'm only halfway through the book, and I'm like, you're only halfway?
Yeah, it's juicy. So without further ado, I mean, if what we said resonates and you guys want to read it,
sound interested, this is definitely your time to stop for a second, go back and listen to your audio book or purchase your book. It's The Housemaid by Freida McFadden. And if you are wanting to hang around and maybe get the tea beforehand, then that's what we're about to jump into.
And what I will say, by the way, is I did do the audiobook version this time, and I did find her voice tolerable. Sometimes I know it is hard to find good people, and she was supposed to have a Brooklyn accent and everything, and I did think this girl did a really good job.
Okay.
And also, at some points, it was funny. You remember we did that Jenna McCurdy?
Yeah.
McCook? I listened to her audiobook, and sometimes her voice, because the actress did it, sounded just like this girl when she did certain accents. It was crazy. It was messing with a little bit. I was like, oh my God, is it her in there? So this book, first off, the prologue gets right in there, which I love. I love when it gets right in there.
Because it's what the fuck?
Yes, a prologue is basically cops are talking to a woman. That's all you know. You don't know a name, and you know that there's a body upstairs. You don't know if it's a male, female, who it is.
Yep.
And it leaves you right there. And I was like, you got me.
Yep. I was sold. Tell me more. So then just kind of briefly going into a little bit of the plot, kind of cushioning us up. We have Millie. She is homeless at the time. She just got out of prison she's on probation or some shit like that.
Yes.
Some criminalistic shit
Which you
like
don't
that.
find out why for basically a majority of the book.
The whole book, basically.
Yes.
It's
so
the
you're
whole
kind of just
book.
what was it for?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So she just recently got fired from her job. Now she is looking for employment. She ends up filling out an application to be a housemaid. We're going to cut that out.
No, we're keeping it. No.
So, yeah. So she ends up becoming a housemaid at this very bougie house, where she gets employed by Nina Winchester.
Straight out the gate.
The bitch is cuckoo.
She's giving Stepford, but psychotic. Super put together and everything, but crazy.
Yes.
And she's kind of described as, a little bit more size 14.
Yeah.
More she's got a bob. She's kind of got a double chin.
Yeah.
And then
she walks around like her shit don't stink.
Yes.
That's the vibe that I get.
But purity of white dresses.
Yeah, she only wears white dresses, and then
crispy hair.
Her fucking crazy doll baby ass child that wears these
That's what I was picturing too. Was these tiny creepy little porcelain doll dresses, those Victorian doll dresses, and a tiny little white umbrella, just
that's the vibe that I got from her daughter. And weird shit start happening around the house. Well, she takes her up to where she's gonna stay at, and it's in the attic with a really small, like, fucking cot and shit. But you know, like, when you're homeless, like, you don't really know your worth. You're just gonna take what you have.
Yeah, you're like, she was like, this is literally, I can stretch my legs out in the cot. I remember her being like, thank goodness, finally.
Exactly.
Yeah. But this is after the gardener randomly says periculo at her.
Oh, yeah.
And she's like, gardener. What's that? I don't know. But then just leaves. And I'm like.
No, she ends up looking it up.
Eventually, after she gets the phone, but I'm like, girl.
It took a while. Yeah, you're right, girl.
I mean, I guess prison didn't allow her to have a phone, so
that is true.
Give her some grace.
That is true. There's so many avenues.
Yeah,
here.
You got to think about it. It's crazy.
So then, crazy stuff started happening around the house, like the peanut butter situation.
Yes, and she meets Andrew, who's the husband, and she's like, wow, this guy is so handsome,
and he's so sweet and understanding, and
how is he with Nina? Like, what a weird couple, bitch, but they seem so in love. So she's like, okay, whatever. And then they go to eat the peanut butter. She makes Cecilia peanut butter, and then finds out later she's allergic to peanut butter, and almost gets fired over it. Like, right out the gate,
she almost lost her job
because Nina pretended like she told her that Cecilia had an allergy,
she never told her. She
never had, and she's like, "Are you crazy? Of course I told you." And that's the first sign that you're like, something's not right.
That is true.
Something's not right here. So, she goes into her room, and she immediately, like, gets warning signs with her room. Mm-hmm. It's in the attic.
Doesn't she only has like the 3 water bottles and like
three water bottles in a tiny little fridge,
and the bucket in the closet.
Yes, and it locks from the outside.
Door, and it locks from the outside.
And she finds out later the window won't even open. It's like sealed. Painted shut.
Mm-hmm. She can see out of it, but it's sealed.
Yes. So it just she's kind of getting weird signs, but again, she's like, I'm not gonna get hired easy because of my criminal past. I'm going to try to just kind of like stick it out. And in night 1, she wakes up and she tries to go to the bathroom and she thinks the door is locked.
Yeah, but
she starts to kind of freak out, but then she opens it again and she's like, okay, we're good.
But either way, she's just getting bad vibes.
And she wants that copy of that key. She's like, give me the copy of this key. So the next day they wake up and then you get a little bit more of like Nina's craziness because she starts to do weird things like yelling at her for moving notes and like making a big mess.
A huge mess. Like pulling like gallons of milk out of the refrigerator and just like pouring it out. Completely insane shit.
But then we'll randomly be nice for a few days and be like, here's some of my really expensive clothes that's your exact size. Do you want it?
It was definitely odd. Or sending Millie to go pick up Cecilia from school and then when she got there,
she didn't even give her the right info. She just like,
she didn't even tell her where the school was at or anything.
Or the right name. Literally. She found it on like a piece of paper or something like that. I mean, like,
I remember that.
Nailed it. Yeah.
That was good. So then
you also find out when Millie goes to meet with her parole officer, and that's when you find out that she had a job waitressing, but she almost had the cops called on her, and the resolution was she could either go peacefully or have the cops called on her. So again, it's like more mystery. Like, who is this Millie girl? Like, she's causing a ruckus. Like, everywhere she goes, she was in jail for a long time, but like, she seems innocent enough.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
In the house, she's not causing any disruption. She's not doing anything. I mean, she seems pretty innocent for the most part.
So she wants to watch TV. I mean, that seems reasonable. And she goes down to watch TV one night.
I remember that.
Andrew comes down to watch TV with her. And just like chills on the couch.
They're watching fucking Family Feud in their fucking PJs.
Yeah, but like, why did he sit with her? So weird and inappropriate.
Yeah, he had boxers on.
And she was like braless with like really tiny shorts on or whatever. But then Nina like comes down and finds them. And like, I just pictured her like this looming little ghost on the stairway that's like, go upstairs, Andrew, and like sends him away. And then basically is like, this is the family house. Stay up in your attic.
Yeah. You peasant. That's literally how she would treat her.
So Millie finds out, though, during their conversation on the couch watching Family Feud, that Cecilia actually isn't his biological daughter.
Yes, I remember that.
And then she basically, Nina has like all these little girls over from her PTA thing, and that's when she really finds out some like juicy gossip on Nina.
Yeah,
because those girls do not like her.
No, they don't.
No,
they talk straight cat shit about her, like how she was gaining weight, how her roots look bad, and that she went to a psychiatric institution And just jumping right into it, we end up finding out that she went to the psych ward because she supposedly attempted to drown Cecilia.
Yeah, and you also find out that Nina and Andrew have an airtight prenup where if they get divorced, Nina's going to be left with nothing, no child support. And since he never officially adopted Cecilia as his daughter, she would be left with nothing as well.
Yeah.
So Millie in her head is building this whole story of like, wow, you know, she has it so good with him, but she probably has to, you know, stay. She can't go because she doesn't have a job.
Yeah, she can't afford to leave him.
Yes. So they go to this fertility clinic, and then that's kind of when things really take a turn.
Yep.
So they find out that Nina can't get pregnant.
Yes.
And that's kind of when things, like, they start to have a big fight, and then there's this night where Millie kind of wakes up to crashing downstairs.
Yes, and the two are getting into an actual argument, which I can't... Do they even tell us why they were arguing?
I think Nina was really upset about the fact that she couldn't and was like, you should just be with someone who's young and can have kids and like all this stuff.
Yeah, you're right. Supposedly. Yes. I don't know.
Yes.
With this story.
I know, right? Yeah, so this is the part where I'm kind of like, Millie starts to really annoy me at this point because we're still in part 1.
Because she want her man way too bad.
And she's like, where's Andrew? Show me Andrew right now. Make him come to the door or I'm not leaving. And she's like, I'll literally fire you. Go upstairs.
Yeah.
And she's like, no. And that's the part where I was like, I can't with this chick for a second.
Yeah, Millie does get annoying for a second.
But also I'm like, I guess, you know, it was that that was the reality she was living, like, in that moment. So next day, Enzo, she sees him again and he's like, get out, Millie. It's dangerous.
Yes, just flat out. Like, not in fucking... What does he speak?
Italian.
Yes. Not in Italian. He's like
speaking a little bit less of an accent all of a sudden, you know?
Telling her that it's not safe.
So she goes to pick up Cecilia from school one day and talks to one of the other maids. And that's when she finds out even more of that gossip about what actually happened. That she was drugged, that her daughter Cecilia was drugged as a baby. She was like about to drown her in the bathtub.
Yeah.
And that's when she is really like, okay, wow, this is, you know, kind of crazy. Nina's kind of crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And starts to reevaluate stuff. But then he says, get me and my wife Nina tickets to Broadway.
I remember that.
And she gives her a date.
And that date ends up being wrong, supposedly.
Yep. And then that's when Millie and him end up going together.
And honestly, we don't even really need to go into detail about what happened and shit like that. They end up fucking.
Yes.
Something is wrong with the man.
After they started sleeping together and were a thing, Millie and him, she's upstairs, they sleep together, she wakes up, he's gone. She's like, oh, okay, well, he must have just went down to his bedroom, like, I'll go down too.
Yes.
And she finds out she's locked in. Then it cuts to Nina's point of view.
Yes, because it's like, of course, they have to keep us anticipating. Like, what do you mean we're locked up in the fucking closet?
Yes.
And mind you, Nina's out the house at this point, so we're all thinking, well, like, the crazy bitch that would have trapped me inside of the closet is gone.
Like, they're living the good life.
Whole time, it's your man.
Yeah, exactly. And that's when we find out, like, the whole, like, all the stories, you kind of start to see that, like, she had this master plan with Enzo, the gardener, actually helping her because she ended up telling him, thinking he didn't understand her English. And then, like, newsflash,
she just, like,
totally
comes up
did.
to him, like, imagine a bitch coming up to you, like, behind your ear, like, my husband locks me up in the closet.
You're like, is this... Like, am I punked?
No, seriously, like, what the fuck is going on? Yeah. Like, what do you mean? So it was definitely a cause for concern. They start trying to come up with this plan to get Nina out of this situation.
Because he's doing all this sadistic stuff that doesn't make any sense. Like, she didn't get her roots colored. She sprayed a little too much air freshener, whatever. And it's like, pull out 100 of your hair. Spray yourself with pepper spray. Like,
the punishments for, like, what she would do would be absolutely insane. The first one, just what gets you started, what got me thinking, like, what? Was Nina did not get her roots touched up on. Mind you, she's like with the man of her dreams. She's thinking, like, I can never do anything wrong. It's here. I can let myself go a little bit. Like, this is my husband. The bitch goes upstairs to the attic. He says that he needed some fucking boxes or some shit that. Some fucking papers. And he locks her ass in there and tells her that she need to pull out 100 strands of her hair, specifically 100. No more, no less. And it has to have the cuticle attached to it.
And then he tells her when she did it, Oh, one of them wasn't from the root. Three of them were from the root. So you're going to have to start over. But by the way, I'm going to go to work and I'm not going to wait for you to do it. So I'll see you in like 10 hours.
Literally.
And then that's like the kind of things he was just doing over and over again. And like she was kind of like gaslighting herself at a certain point because he would be then super nice and love bomb her afterwards. So she's like,
yeah, get her
did
things.
I go crazy? Like, did that even happen? Yes. And then especially after she wakes up, the whole thing happens with her baby. Mm-hmm. And then they put her in the mental institute and she is like, wait, I think I am crazy. Yeah. He is a good guy. Like, I'm making all of this stuff up.
She was like, honestly, it was the perfect definition of a gaslight. Like,
yes,
if you want to take out a skill set, which nobody should master manipulation by gaslighting. But when I tell you that man,
yeah, he had it down. So and then Enzo at this point, he's like, okay, like let's kill him.
Yeah,
let's kill him.
And she's like, nah, that.
Because then that wouldn't look good for her. She's the lover. You know, then it would be like the star-crossed lovers.
And then we still have Cecilia, which Cecilia fucking hates those dresses, by the way.
Yeah, we find out it was actually just because his mom, his mom wanted to do it. And he was like creepily obsessed with his mom and apparently wanted her to kind of look like his mom, it seemed from the description. Like his mom always wore white, so he always wanted Nina to wear white.
Exactly.
And it's like his mom was blonde, so he wanted her to be blonde.
Like, and that's why her roots weren't fucking done.
Yeah, literally like creepy.
It was odd as hell.
So at that point, you know, Nina and Enzo do end up sleeping together at like a certain point, but cuts back and Millie basically is inside the attic and he locks her in there, but she's got a plan. Yes. Nina left behind pepper spray in the bucket
because she knew this whole time. And throughout the story we end up finding out that this was Nina's plan all along.
Yes,
she knew that Millie had a background, which Millie's background and why she was in prison was pretty hefty. I think she had like 3 different scenarios where she like, I don't want to say
the major one was like she killed a guy that was like raping her friend at a party,
like just straight up like bludgeoned
or something to death with like a paperweight or something like that. But then there was like definitely a few other violent incidents, and when she got fired from that fast food place, it's because she punched a guy in the face that was like groping her or something like that.
So every reason that like,
so it's justified vigilanteism.
Yeah,
you know, it's like,
but it was wild. Like damn, bitch.
But she wasn't a hired housemaid. She was a hired assassin.
Yes,
essentially.
That is very true.
But she didn't know that the whole time. But she was ready to do it.
Yeah, she was ready, and she would because
she got weird at the end. All of a sudden, she got a little carried away.
Yeah, so
low power hungry.
Yeah, low power hungry for sure. Which rightfully so, though. Like,
100%.
You have this man waltzing his ass around the house, thinking that he can tell you what to do, and if not,
but low key, part of me would have been like, you know what? You have the wife saying it now. She's saying it now. A part of me in my head was like, call the cops.
Yeah.
He has it on his phone. You have his phone. Literally show them, look what happened to me, and be validated and not even have to worry about. Now, don't get me wrong. Everyone got away scot-free. So
everybody did.
It worked out okay. That was a lucky shot.
It was a lucky shot. It was a lucky shot.
So the plier thing, though, was wild. So she slides those pliers under there and is like, pull your teeth out.
Yup.
And he does, because they find him that way when Nina goes there to actually help Millie.
Well, honestly, I thought the whole like leaving the books on his dick for 3 hours was wild.
I thought it was hilarious.
Me too.
Yeah.
Because that's exactly what he had done to her. And it's like
also,
damn.
I'm sorry, but like,
life comes
why
at
not
you
just
fast.
Tuck it. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. But she probably would have been like, no, you didn't do it right. I know you tucked your dick.
Untucked. That's a new part of the rules.
Sorry, I forgot to mention. It's supposed to be untucked.
Hilarious.
So, yes. And that's when we kind of get back to the same timeline of, you know, Millie being interviewed by the police. And,
no, it was Nina being interviewed by the police, the wife.
Oh,
she
Nina
was being
gets
interviewed by the police because she told Millie, get out of here. I'm going to take the fall for it. I've already been to the crazy place.
You're right.
They're just going to write me off as being crazy and I'll get less punishment than you.
You
live your life. You already gave me some sense of freedom from this. Like, go on.
And then that's when they run into the police officer. Happens to be the father of the ex-wife that no one could, of Andrew that no one could locate except his her dad said that she was like traumatized after fucking with Andy.
Yes.
And he was like, he always knew something was like fishy about him and just like let them off. Like that was it.
Yes.
And they didn't mention the teeth being pulled out by the pliers. No one knew. They just said that he accidentally locked himself.
Oh, but somebody knew.
Someone knew.
Miss Evelyn,
his shit ass mom,
and was the wildest revelation. We talked about that a little bit because how could you not?
So yeah, Andy's mom ends up finding out. She ends up doing some research, and she's like, I know something happened to my child. Like it was not just him being dehydrated and trapped in a closet. Well, she comes up and she's like, you know what? I'm glad somebody taught him a lesson. I always told him that if he didn't brush his teeth,
he would lose his teeth.
And she showed him that by pulling out one of his baby teeth with pliers.
And she said, I'm glad you, punished him, basically, to Kathleen. So you find out, he didn't learn it from nowhere.
No, yeah. His mom is
Miss
also
Evelyn.
A sadistic piece of shit.
Yeah, which leads you to believe, is the dad also like that? Or is the dad also a victim?
Is he just bullied?
Yes. So then this is where I really like that it cuts to the epilogue where you find out Nina's good, she's free. Millie's doing an interview with somebody that you find out Nina actually ended up recommending Millie for, and it's a housemaid position, and this girl seems like she's been kind of abused.
Yes.
And she's like, can you help me? And Millie understands in that moment, I'm being hired as an assassin again, basically.
Yes. And this is where the whole concept of the trilogy starts.
Yes.
Which I'm honestly interested to figure out what that's going to look like, because how much can you talk about a maid assassinating people's husbands? Something has to go wrong at some point. There has to be some type of concern. So Samantha's going to read the intro of the next book, which is The Housemaid's Secret.
So The Housemaid's Secret is another psychological thriller. And it follows Millie again as she takes a job for the healthy Garrick couple in their penthouse, uncovering a dark secret about Miss Garrick and seeking revenge on her abusive husband, Douglas. Known for its shocking twist, the book continues Millie's story with its new employer and a similar setup to the first book, but with new characters and a new mystery, keeping authors guessing until the very end. So, like we said before, guys, this is a trilogy. We're going to do this trilogy, but like we also mentioned, there's a movie out.
There is a movie.
So we're going to go watch it right now, and then we're actually going to come back
and we'll tell you how the movie is. Exactly.
Because everybody always wants to know, how does it compare? Book, movie, which is better?
And I'm more of a book girl. I usually feel like all the time, even with the Harry Potter series, I read the Harry Potter, I read them before I even thought about watching the movie. So I am interested to see how they're going to balance this.
So we will be back shortly, and that way we can give you guys all the deets on the movie and if we liked it or not. Okay, guys, we're back.
All right, so we just watched the movie The Housemaid, and honestly, we did a rating of 1 out of 5 for the book. If I had to rate it 1 out of 5 for the movie, it probably would be a solid 3.
Okay, I was thinking literally 2 and 2.5.
Yeah, it was nothing compared to the book, quite honestly. I feel like it's maybe maybe a 4 for someone that did not read the book. Yeah. Or maybe even a 3 for somebody
maybe even a 3, a 3.5 maybe, yeah.
I don't know, it's giving Lifetime movie.
I would say one of my biggest hang-ups with it was that there was a lot of character stuff built around the fact that Nina was older and not as attractive and heavier and things like that.
Yeah, size 14.
Yeah, and that she was purposely trying to gain weight to make him not attracted to her. But then they pick someone who's insanely beautiful. Yes. So it's kind of okay.
I agree. And me and Samantha have been talking about how they just changed out. There are certain things that they had to change in a movie to make it more interesting. But some of the consequences and penalties that were had inside the closet were not the same ones that they talked about in the book.
Yeah, it's okay, why did we need to switch out pepper spray for a knife, a charcuterie knife? Because to be honest, the pepper spray I thought was great because we had the backstory, it made sense. She had pepper sprayed herself. Yeah, there's just certain things
they just
that
changed stuff up.
Instead of Enzo being hey, we need to go back and get Millie, he's invested, we know his story. It's the daughters, like, hey, we need to go get Millie, and it's like the daughter is supposed to hate her.
Yeah, she hates
the daughter
Millie.
is literally supposed to be like a pompous little brat the whole time, and only later are we supposed to understand that's the way she acts because she has to.
Yeah, I agree. And can we talk about the fact that in the book, Andrew was already dead by the time Nina came to the house?
Oh my gosh, thank you. That was the biggest departure.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck?
Like, are they about to make it this whole thing? And they did.
And they did. They made a whole thing.
To be honest, the thing is, I think the book was so good. We both gave it a 5 out of 5.
Yeah,
but I feel like it just feels unnecessary to take some really good moments and switch them, like, for what? Like, because they still would have been excellent movie moments.
Well, and I feel like for all of that, if there is like concerns about like how long the movie is compared to how many details you can fit in it, you should have just turned it into a series, like, just to begin with.
Either that, or maybe what would have been kind of sick would be like a 2-part movie where it's like
part
part 1 was Millie's story
and
part 2 was like the reveal of like what really happened.
I agree.
That would have been pretty sick.
I think the one thing is that, like, if you read the book, it's almost like it's too... And see, I'm kind of like flip-floppy, because if you read the book and you expect exactly what's in the book, it's not really gonna make the movie like fun.
Yeah, there's too many details that like build up over time that are like meaningful because of that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, listen.
To each its own, honestly. I don't say don't watch it. I definitely think you should. It's a little of a plot twist, a little different from the book. So
yeah, it's a little different. So
that's always
exciting.
Nice.
Yeah.
But honestly, they did give us a great intro into the second book. But
that's another thing they kind of like switched up a little bit at the end, because I wish that it would have been more obvious that Evelyn would have been like, thanks for punishing him.
Yeah, and that, honestly, I don't remember her talking about that at the funeral in the book. I thought it was like a side...
It was like right
mission.
after she says like about the tooth thing.
Yeah.
And she's like, I told him this and I made him pull out one of his tooths when he was younger or whatever. Like,
it's almost like she didn't give him credit the way that she did in the book.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know. Personally, I would still recommend it. I am eager to see what the second book is going to entail, because I keep telling Samantha, like, well, how many husbands is she going to kill before it becomes like, all right, bitch, you're playing with your parole now.
At least 3, because it's a trilogy.
That's what I'm saying. You know, at least 3, at minimum 3. At minimum 3. But we're definitely going to read the second book, which was The
Housemaid's Secret. Yeah, so we're excited about that, and we'll be back in 2 weeks for that.
We'll be back in 2 weeks, so you guys can read along with us, or you can come back next time and hear us gossip about it.
That's right. All right, guys.
All right, bye.
See you next time. Bye.